came across a meme or something on my Facebook, and I just wanted to read it off and react to it real quick. Couldn't even wait a year before whipping out the gold sequins. So this is Erika Kirk whipping out the gold sequins and having fireworks on the stage and shit like that. But I imagine people wouldn't be thinking the same thing if a woman got assassinated and the man took over her role and started to try to run the company, because that's essentially what she's doing. Charlie Kirk was the essence of Turning Point USA, and without a head figure, it's going to die and go into irrelevance. So instead of just allowing her husband's message to die, who that's what their goal was, that's what Charlie Kirk's goal was, and whether you agree with his politics or not, I do believe he was true and earnest in his approach. Maybe not always being the truest you could be. Everyone uses slimy debate tactics sometimes, but I think for the most part, I don't agree with everything Charlie Kirk said. I think he said some bullshit. But I believe Erika Kirk is trying to basically become Charlie Kirk, and she's not as good at it. She doesn't have the same type of debate skills. She doesn't have the same type of aura as Charlie Kirk had, and she's doing her best to kind of try to fill Charlie Kirk's shoes, which are really big shoes to fill, regardless of the way you feel about his politics, because Turning Point USA became a big thing. It was doing big numbers, and it became a really big deal across college campuses across America. And with the assassination of Charlie Kirk, it's even become bigger. So it's like people want her to stay at home, watch the kids, and let the movement die. I don't even necessarily agree with the movement, but that's what it was. It's a nonprofit organization to try to push a conservative message. So is she going to allow her husband to be assassinated and then not try to act strong in the process and move on his message? I think she's doing the most honest thing she could do, or she's trying to carry on her husband's legacy, regardless of what that legacy means to you. It means something to her, and maybe a lot of people see it as insincere, like she's trying to get fame for herself. I don't really see that. She was never really big in the media before this happened, and I just think it's happenstance that now she's being pulled into the limelight and being forced into this public role, which she isn't necessarily ready for. That's why she comes off as weird or insincere or not grieving enough. But as far as I'm concerned, she's trying to do the right thing, in which I think Charlie would want her to do, and what she thinks Charlie would want her to do. Not let the message die, not let Turning Point USA die with his assassination, but to carry on the legacy. But one thing I will say is that he did say something about whatever her face is, Nicki Minaj. He did say Nicki Minaj wasn't a good message for America, and then Erika Kirk has Nicki Minaj on stage. So I think she is not doing absolutely the best job, but at this point in time, even though she's tripping over her own two left feet, I still believe right now, I'm going to believe that she's sincere in her approach. And whether you believe in their politics, I believe she's sincere in her approach in how she's trying to carry on her husband's legacy. Prove me wrong.